I don't know what to do, and many of us won't. But having said that, if you feel like not continuing at any point, just feel free to stop. Yeah.
That's fine, no problems.
But
I wanted to talk to you about hoarding, and I'm one of those people that doesn't hoard, and I can verify that because I'm not a lover of music, so I don't have any music albums or anything like that. I'm not a lover of films, so I don't have a stack of films or anything like that. I don't have even a television because I find television utterly boring. If I want to watch something, I'll watch it on YouTube or any other streaming facility that I can use that doesn't cost me. When I say cost me, I mean a TV license. I don't really hoard stuff that I don't need. If I don't need it, it'll be thrown away. I only keep stuff that I think is necessary and is required for everyday stuff that I need. So my flat does not have anything excessive.
Lots of questions. Lots of questions there.
Go for it.
I'll start. I'll work my way backwards because, of course, there'll be people saying, "I'd love to be in that position where I could be so discriminating that my home doesn't have any clutter, like a minimalist or something like that."
Yep.
It takes discipline to
Yes.
to not or to throw things away as you use them. Like, to emotionally, what was it that Gwyneth Paltrow said when she was leaving Chris Martin? She was saying that they were consciously uncoupling. And you consciously uncouple yourself from, the sentimentality, I imagine, and the connection you have with these things very easily. How do you do that? Is that trained? Is it nurtured or natured?
So I think I need to help you with one other little bit of detail. I'm also autistic, so I'm on the spectrum. And my spectrum fits in with something called Asperger's. And so I don't form, or I find difficult to form, a relationship with something. At the end of the day, it is just an object. And if I want it, I'll keep it. If I don't, it'll go in the bin.
And that's
it.
That's as easy as it is. But you're not mentally thinking about it. Is it instinctively that, I don't have a relationship with this, boom? Is it somewhat instinctive?
It's just instinct. It just happens. I don't even have to think about it. I think I don't need this. This has no requirement in my life. Gone.
And I know that you've added the detail. Not altogether sure that it's necessary, by the way, but if you feel it is, then fine. But the detail informs us a little bit more. I grant you. Does it inform us as to why you don't like TV, you don't like films, you don't like music? That was a hard one for me to swallow, Michael, because I don't think I've ever met anybody who doesn't like music.
Okay, I don't like fiction. So fiction really drives me nuts. I've never understood the need for fiction. I find it a waste of time. I find it just, why would you want to put something in your head that doesn't exist? I'd rather watch a documentary that does exist, something that is actually happening. Music, I can't form a relationship with it. I can't form a connection to it. I can't understand it. I don't see the point of it. And I've just never really had an urge to run out my front door and go and buy the latest album, whatever the latest album is.
That all makes absolutely perfect sense, absolutely perfect sense. And it needed you to explain that, Michael. And thank you, genuinely. And well done for soldiering through this conversation as well and making sure that you saw the end of it, as it were. And thank you for calling. Call up anytime. It makes sense, though, doesn't it? If you don't have a relationship with a record or a song or an artist or a rhythm or a lyric, you don't buy it, do you? And that's exactly what Michael Ian Worthing said. And for him, it's with all music, boom. But for you, remember what he said. You may have bought a record 20 years ago that you had a relationship with. But now you've grown up, you're a little better than you used to be. And frankly, I'm not gonna call any names now because it's so cheap, isn't it, to sort of start talking about, David Cassidy or something like that. But, now that you've grown up a little bit and you'd rather hear the Dusty Springfield version of, what was it? Could it be forever? Or is my mind just a, whatever it was. I think that was one that Dusty did. But, Dusty and David, I was almost calling him Copperfield. Yeah. You would sing, I haven't got a relationship with David Cassidy. I know he's late and he meant so much at one point. I don't have that relationship anymore with him or the way he sings that song. So let me get rid of that. Why do we keep it nevertheless? Michael E. Worthing actually has expressed what actually is at the core of this conversation about hoarding. You just think, oh, well, don't have a relationship with it anymore. Let's just keep it. Where he's doing the sensible thing, isn't he? 08085 909 693. Don't know how he does it. Don't know how he does it. Because we don't have that kind of instinct. No relation.